That's an advanced program. You have to be meditating with this for at least 6 months. We give a series of mantras that open up the entire inner being even more, bring out more qualities. And with that, we add a mantra to bring peacefulness and harmony. It's the mantra of the yogis that brings peace of mind. And that's a whole other thing that I don't want to talk about here, but that's the general idea. So mantras are very important, the selection and the use. We cannot rely on any sound. Yeah, we can transcend. We can send, Herbert Benson says he used a transcending technique with the sound of one, using the word one. That's all well and fine. So you relax, you use the sound one and you're relaxed. But what that sound one does not do is create a vibration in your Atman. And why these do is because they're pure sounds, pure vibrational qualities that are recognized immediately by the Atman. And so the Atman starts to vibrate, literally. You feel inside of you. Over time, you start feeling this vibration. In Kashmiri Shaivism, it's called spanda, the universal vibration. And when this starts to happen, your individual vibration starts to pulse with the universal vibration. That's called oneness. Oneness with spirit, oneness with God, oneness with the soul, one with universal consciousness. When your individual vibration starts to vibrate with the same vibration as the consciousness, the universal consciousness, that's oneness. Our technique brings that quickly because of our mantra selection and how we use the mantra. Again, I get carried away. I love talking about this stuff.
Yeah, we love that about you, Jessie. You're so passionate. Yeah, we love that. My question is, so when you talk about knowledge, you talk about abundance. So are these related to deities? For example, knowledge, Saraswati, abundance, Lakshmi. Are these related to deities? And is there a special deity for each person?
Right. The deities there's a great misunderstanding of what deities are. And how do I know this? Because I studied for many years with a sculptor who sculpted deities in Indian temples. And there's a secret behind the deities. They are not like personalized human type forms. The paintings and sculptures we see of deities are there to indicate the qualities of that deity. So like with Lakshmi, the qualities that are shown, they show with pearls and things like that, that indicate the qualities of that deity. So the visual forms are not the actual form of the deity. They're representative, pointing out the quantum mechanical functions of that deity. So what is a deity? A deity is a quantum mechanical function of consciousness.
You were breaking up there, Jessie. You were breaking up there a bit. Could you repeat what you were just saying?
A deity is a quantum mechanical function of consciousness. Consciousness has been identified as the unified field, the quantum field, the unified field, from which all material world emerges. That means all qualities of the material world emerge from that. And the deities are simply waveforms, particles and waves of light and sound that have specific qualities that we can activate in our own inner being. And that's what our meditation does. So you see a picture of Lakshmi or Saraswati or a statue of Shiva or Vishnu or whatever. Those are only signs, representations of the qualities of that energy form, of that being. And I teach an entire course on related to this on what's called Vastu Shastra. And I gave a talk on that yesterday. You might have asked Susan to show you the video. But in the 2-year program, we talk about what deities really are. They're not little gods sitting on a cow or on a lotus petal. So what we want to do is enliven specific qualities of that. There are many other qualities that we can enliven. You know, there are other choices. There are qualities such as protection, protecting from enemies, all kinds of qualities. And we tell you the qualities of your mantra. And then you can notice those qualities occurring in your life. There's so much more I could say about deities, but yeah, there's no time actually. But that's the essence of what a deity is. Deva. Va means light, implies light. Yeah.
I'll say that again, Jesse. Something about light.
The term, the word deva, va implies light. That's the implication. And so the expression of light, a vibrational expression of light, that's what deva means.
And deva is what? Please define deva.
Oh, so a deva is a deity. It's a term for deity.
Okay, and we got a question here. What's the question?
How long is each session when you're actually meditating?
So how long is each meditation session? How long do you recommend that people meditate? And how often?
Yeah, twice a day. Initially 20 minutes, twice a day. And other meditation practices seem to agree with that, seem to agree that that's a good period of time. Later on, when you get advancements to that, your meditation becomes longer. It becomes like a half hour, twice a day. And we do it twice a day because the benefits accumulate. And I wish I had some of the things that people have said to me. I'll have to do that and present them to you to describe what people have said. People have had long-term meditating with a transcending meditation and have never had the experience that people are having now. And then even people practicing for the first time are having pretty quickly good experiences. And again, it's not necessarily about our subjective experience. It's about the opening up of our inner being and the arisal of those qualities from the inner being, which we discuss in more depth during the instruction.
How much does it cost to learn this, to
Right now
to join this program?
Yeah, right now it's $350 for the first part of the program, which is pretty reasonable. The cost is going to change. We have to, if we were really into this for the money, we would charge $2,000 like other transcending methods, or $800. There are other transcending methods out there and they charge $800, $900, $2,000, $3,000. We want people to start meditating. The world is desperate for consciousness, pure consciousness, good qualities of consciousness to arise. And so we're interested right now in getting people going, getting people started.
Yeah, we have.
I'm still not
Another
quite
question.
understanding how this is different from TM.
Okay, so she says, how does this differ from TM?
Very good question. TM is a great technique. It really is. I practiced TM many, many years. And it's a wonderful technique. The mantra selection is different. TM mantras are based upon very similar, very simple routine points. It is not, they do not check for vibrational compatibility. So it's the selection of the mantra is different. Second, the use of the mantra, how the mantra is used differs. We have very specific instructions that cause the mind and body to relax and transcend, and also cause the Atman to open. TM does not do that technique that we do. And everybody that is working with me on this have practiced many different forms of meditation, including TM. And I'm not saying TM is bad. I'm just saying we're different and we think we're better. And we're definitely cheaper, less expensive. We're more thorough in our mantra selection. The mantras we use are, the other thing is that in TM, they say that the mantra is a meaningless sound. And that's fine. If that's what they think, that's what they do. We say the mantras are not meaningless sound. They have a vibrational quality. The relaxation response by Herbert Benson uses a meaningless sound, the word one. That creates an experience of relaxation. TM creates an experience of relaxation. But you reach a point over time, and this is the experience of many, 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 many people that I know who are TM teachers and TM practitioners who feel like they have reached a wall, that they're not getting out of their meditation what they used to get. And that's because they don't know what to do when the wall is there. And we know what to do. There are 4 stages of the mantra, and we teach you this in your follow-up sessions. And we go through all 4 stages. TM only goes through 2 stages. Did that answer that question?
Yes, that answered the question.
I'm sorry, do
But
you have
yes.
local teachers, the way TM has local teachers or weekend workshops, or is this all remote?
She wants to know if there are local teachers or if it's all remote.
Right now it's remote. We've been working on this program for 10 years. And so there are not a lot of people trained to teach this. And some recent events have occurred. I've been wanting to bring up, because there's a vast body of knowledge that we teach in our follow-up work that has to do with energy transforming into the material world, consciousness becoming conscious, a very vast body that few people in the world are teaching or even know about. And it pulls together everything that people have studied over many, many years. And I'm talking about people who have been in the TM movement all of their adult life, 50 years, 30, 40 years. People who are teachers of TM. when they do the technique that I taught them, it changes their life. There's one woman was raised, her father was a TM teacher. He was on this long course, a Purusha course. She started meditating when she was like, I don't know, 10 or 12, something like that. And eventually she just stopped. She was a TM teacher. She just stopped because she was getting nowhere. And she was very unhappy. I taught her this technique and her entire life changed. She's happy for the first time in many years, literally happy. Now, am I going to promise this for everybody? No, people are different, you know, but the experience that we've had so far is that it's a deeper, broader, more harmonious experience. TM is great. It's a great technique. This is better.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just comment that TM uses simply the age to determine your mantra. Age. That's what it's done, based on age. So, you know, what happens when you get older?
Right.
And you have the same mantra that was given to you when you're 18 years old.
Right.
And in my viewpoint, really, it should be based upon who your, you know, Ishta Devata is, meaning that Devata or vibrational energy or deity, whatever you want to call it, that is compatible with your divine blueprint, which is shown in your astrology chart, you know. And I know that exactly what Jesse's been talking about as far as the divine blueprint, I don't know. I wrote about that in probably my first book or maybe second book or something, about how the stars do not determine anything, that the stars are just simply a blueprint. And I described it exactly the same way that Jesse described it, is that they are, we choose the time of birth.
Yeah.
Our soul chooses the exact time of birth to reflect, you know, the stars in this particular position, which reflects our divine blueprint, our soul, what we chose to come in to do in this lifetime.
Yeah.
And also reflects our past, you know, what we've experienced in the past and what we're going to do in this lifetime. And so obviously, if you select something based upon your astrology chart, then that's much more individualized. It's something that is just for you, not for, you know, Joe Blow over here who has the same age as you. And like I said, TM is widely known. You can Google it, is based upon age. That's it. So they give you a mantra for Saraswati when you're 18 years old, because that's a time of learning in your life. That's the time when you go to college. So they give you the Saraswati mantra when you're 18 or whatever age, you know, when you're in school. And then when you're retired, they give you, if you are retired, I shouldn't say when, I should say, if you're retired when you first learn TM, they'll give you a mantra that's for retirement age, you know, so like that.
Yeah.
So this
Susan has very profound and deep insights, by the way. And she's a very, very highly developed person. And her insight into that, for example, is